As said earlier on, while we are awake and going about our daily activities, the spirit operates in the region of abstract thought. The region of abstract thought is not far away in space. It is around us, our aura. The spirit functions in it. Every human being, that is where your spirit is, in the region of abstract thought. There it sees everything. From this region of abstract thought, the spirit sees all impressions and impacts that are made on us from the external environment through the senses. And when we talk about the senses, let's remind ourselves of episode 2, where we talk about the vital body. And we say that the light eater is responsible for sense perception. When we talk about the sense perception, we are talking about our sense of smell, that of taste, feeling, touch, and sight. They are enabled to do their job by the presence and activity of the light eater. So the light eater is the one that takes whatever impression is made on us. Now, the impressions or the impacts, the information that is carried by the eaters, together with the feeling and emotions that it has generated in our desire body, they form a picture in the mind. When these images are formed in the mind, the ego or the spirit, it sees the image and instantly takes a decision as to what should be done. It draws a conclusion as to what the body should do. Those conclusions then become ideas in the region of abstract thought. Then by the will, the power of will, our spirit projects that idea through the mind, the concrete mind. It energizes that idea as a thought form. And that thought form descends into the world of thought. Our desire body then takes that idea after it's picked the thought form. Then the etheric brain, before this physical brain, there was an etheric brain. It surrounds the brain. That etheric brain is impinged upon, and then the information is imprinted on the physical brain centers. Once the physical brain has it, then the nerves are now activated. Then the necessary voluntary action can take place. Good or bad action can take place. But these things happen in a split second. It happens so fast. The spirit acts so fast because it is an aspect of God. We have a drawing that shows how this works. Let us begin from the bottom. You find the external impressions on the physical body. It is represented by a yellow arrow. The dense body is impacted, and the vital body picks the information. It goes through the desire body, where it gathers our feelings, our emotions about that external impression. Then it goes to the region of concrete thought, which is the lower region in terms of the world of thought. There it reflects as a picture. But the ego is functioning in the region of abstract thought, the highest level, as we can see from this drawing. It then gives meaning to that image that it has seen. And the meaning that it has given to it, which normally is the idea, is represented by the golden star. The idea now comes back into the region of concrete thought, where it gathers mind stuff or materials. Then this is imprinted on the desired body. And the desired body also impacts the vital body, the etheric body. And once the etheric body, which is the etheric brain, is impacted, it will also impact the physical brain. So, once the physical brain has been impacted, the dust body will have to act. The ego, in the region of abstract thought, sees the impacts which come to it like the arrow as shown in the region of concrete thought. The ego draws conclusion, and here the conclusion is drawn as a star. So from the region of abstract thought, that conclusion, which is an idea, goes back into the region of concrete thought, where it is given added strength. And from the region of concrete thought, the idea, which is not a thought form, comes to the desired body, where the desired body gives it additional strength. And from there, it goes to the vital body, the etheric brain. Once the etheric brain has been impacted, then the physical brain takes it from there. It takes that vitality and impacts the dense body, the physical body, through the voluntary system. Then we must act voluntarily. So this picture gives an idea of how the ego functions in the region of abstract thought, where it is and seeing everything as brought to it in the form of image in the region of concrete thought. Now, the mind may project the image that is formed in three directions according to the strength or the will of the ego as it occupies the thought form that has been generated. The image may be projected directly against the desired body in order to arouse feeling, which would then lead to immediate action. If that thought awakens interest, then one of the two forces, as we mentioned in a previous lecture, the force of attraction or the force of repulsion, will be activated. You may reference episode 3, where we talk about these forces into details.